I'm literally out of breath from taking the trash out. Hey y'all, my name is Mare. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the vlog. This is gonna be a reading vlog where I read whatever I want, whenever I want. And it's gonna be amazing because I get to just read books that excite me. So that's what we're gonna be doing. And the book that I really want to read, or at least start in this video, is Wings of Shadow. I think I'm gonna start this after I'm done with my little chat with you guys. And this is the third book in the Crown of Feathers trilogy. I read Heart of Flames a week or two ago at this point, which is the second book in the series. I want to finish the series off when I still have the momentum and while I still remember everything that's going on. I needed a little bit of a break between books 2 and 3 just because I felt like book 2 was so long and it just wasn't exciting me. The idea of picking this book up was not it for me at that time, but now I really want to see how this resolves and see where our characters go. So if you haven't heard of the first book in the series, which is Crown of Feathers, follows Val and Veronica, two sisters, and they live in this world where phoenix riders used to roam, and unfortunately that is no longer the reality because of 16 years ago there was the Blood War in which two sisters previously died. One was the crown feathered queen who was in charge of all the phoenix riders, and her sister. There's a lot of parallels between the past and the present day, and you're going on this journey as Val and Veronica attempt to become phoenix riders in their own unique ways. So book 3 is gonna pick up where book 2 left off. I'm hoping, not gonna spoil the series for you guys, but I will let you know how I'm feeling about it as I read it. I went to the mailbox, right, because I got my blue package, my book of the month box for the month of February. This is actually probably the longest it's taken me to actually get a book of the month box. It has not taken me this long to get a book of the month box ever because it's currently February 15th and it's just now getting here today. So let's open it up because I don't even remember what I bought. So I only got 2 books this month. My main pick was Heartless Hunter, and this one is, I believe, by the same author of Edgewood. Yes, Edgewood, which is a book I haven't read, but like that's been on my radar. And this is the start to a new fantasy series. I believe this is young adult, but the synopsis to me sounded more adultish, so maybe it's like kind of on the cusp. But a lot of people compared this to Serpent and Dove, which I did not have a good experience with, but I really like the concept of it, right? So I'm hoping I enjoy Heartless Hunter. The synopsis was definitely really intriguing, and honestly, I had a hard time picking between some of the titles this month. I'm hoping she's good. It's enemies to lovers, and we follow a witch and a witch hunter falling in love. Let's do it. I'm excited. Then the second book that I got was The Last Tale of the Flower Bride, which is very fitting since I just finished Roshani Chokshi's other book, one of her other books, The Gilded Wolves, and I really enjoyed it. So this one I believe is a standalone, and I've just heard very, very high praise for it. This is another YA fantasy, and she's pretty short, which I love the idea of. It's less than 300 pages. I love a good confined, small, low commitment fantasy, right? This one is a gothic infused story about a marriage that is unraveled by dark secrets, a friendship cursed to end in tragedy, and the danger of believing in fairy tales. Oh, this isn't young adult actually. This is an adult debut, so good to know. I'm excited. All right guys, let's get into it. I gotta get reading, and later tonight I have to go to volleyball practice. I'm doing volleyball with some of my coworkers for a work league, so gotta get fit, gotta stretch, bumps that spike, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go and read now while I have the chance. Hi guys, I have a little reading update for ya, and I totally lied in the last clip that I talked to you guys in where I said I was gonna read Wings of Shadow, because I absolutely did not start that, and it's been a few days. I have been reading. I read You Should Be So Lucky, which is gonna be in another vlog. I'm planning to read 3 different romance releases coming out in May on my NetGalley, so that's a work in progress. Stay tuned for my thoughts on that. I did read that on my Kindle, my brand new Kindle. Isn't she so cute? In which I do have a video up now, hopefully, that is unboxing my Kindle and setting it up with me and just my initial first thoughts, which I'll link in the cards in the description. But spoiler alert, I really love my Kindle. I really enjoyed my reading experience. Already off the bat, I'm like, I want to read everything on my Kindle, and that's a problem because I have so many books in my physical TBR that I need to get to and that I really want to prioritize this month. I had to put her down, and instead I picked up The Wedding Party by Jasmine Guillory, and I'm already halfway into this. It's going by fairly fast. So The Wedding Party is one of the books that was chosen by my TBR game, and Wings of Shadow was as well, so maybe that's what this vlog will turn into, is trying to finish these books before the end of the month. The Wedding Party is about Maddie and Theo, who hate each other, and they have to join forces to help with their best friend's Alexa's wedding. There's a lot I don't like about this book already, but I will say it is readable. Like, I am breezing through this, and that's one reason I haven't DNF'd it already, is because it's just been on my TBR for so long, and I really feel like I need to give Jasmine Guillory a third and final chance, so this will be that chance. I don't think I'm really a fan of her books. I don't think her writing really works for me. There's a lot of reasons for that, and I think that number one, it just feels a little bit too corny in my opinion. Just the use of exclamation marks and capitalizations and just the inner monologue of these characters is so not great. I don't know what age these characters are supposed to be, but if their friend's getting married, I'm assuming they're in their like at least late 20s. It's just not working for me because Maddie and Theo say they hate each other, and really it's just Maddie saying how awful he is because of one comment that he made and that he apologized for, yet she keeps sleeping with him. And all this book has been so far is them sleeping together, saying they hate each other, and ordering pizza, which I think is absurd how much pizza they've eaten in this book. I'm literally halfway through it, not even, and they've ordered pizza like 10 times, and I just don't understand why that's an important detail to share in this book. So it just feels very repetitive, it feels corny, but like I said, it's readable because I'm just breezing through it, so I have to give Jasmine Guillory some credit there, but I don't think that this is going to be any higher than a 3-star. If it gets 3 stars, I will be very, very shocked because I was this close to DNFing it after the first chapter. So stay tuned for my thoughts on that, and after that we'll start something new, hopefully that I enjoy much more. Hey guys, my face is so red. I should not have worn pink. And I'm about to hold up a pink book, so my face is just gonna get even redder, but I finished The Wedding Party. Did not care for this. I ended up giving The Wedding Party 2 stars. I found myself enjoying it more than I originally thought that I would. However, the negatives definitely outweigh the positives for me in this case. I just did not feel the hate to love was really well built up at all. I didn't understand the reason why they had to hate each other and why they couldn't be together in the first place. They keep saying like after they sleep together every time that they can't be together because their best friend Alexa would be so upset, but like I don't think that my friends would be upset if like this situation were to happen, right? It just felt like if you guys are really best friends, you should be talking to her, and also why would she care if 2 of her best friends are dating? I feel like that's a good thing to most people, not a bad thing. So the reason why they didn't get together and wouldn't talk about their emotions really frustrated me. Also, I'm knocking off a star for how many times they talked about pizza in this book. I'm serious. Like, the amount of times that these 2 characters ordered pizza or mentioned pizza was absurd. I love pizza. Do not love it this much. I don't know, I didn't care for it. I didn't really feel the emotional connection between the 2 characters, and what I will say is that it was very, very readable. I definitely was able to get into it and knock it out super quick. It didn't take me long to read this at all, but ultimately Jasmine Guillory is just not for me. If I pick up another one of her books, please check in on me because I think that her writing can work for a lot of people, and I'm so happy if it works for you, but I can't do it to myself anymore. 2 stars, real sad. My next book that I want to talk about though is not sad because I'm having a great time with it, and that is The Silvered Serpents by Roshani Chokshi. This is the sequel to The Gilded Wolves, so we're on book 2 of 3, and I'm not quite halfway, but I'm about 40-something% into it, so I wanted to chat about it with you guys now, and my thoughts are that I'm having a great time. So if you don't know what The Gilded Wolves is about, which is the first book in the series, we're following a group of 5 different teenagers as they plan to pull off the ultimate heist mission, and our main character is going to be Severin, who if they complete this task, he'll be able to earn his true inheritance. It's just been a good time. What I think really shines about these books is the character work. I love all the characters and I love how they interact with each other. Their connections and their relationships just feel so incredibly natural. They feel like a friendship that I would want to have, and this is truly one of the best found families that I've read about in a long time because all of the perspectives are truly a delight to read from, and that's rare in a book. I think, dare I say, I might be enjoying The Silvered Serpents even more than book 1 of the series. I gave book 1 4 stars, and this one has potential to get like a 4.5 maybe 5 stars depending on the ending. It's very action-packed. They're going on another heist mission, and this one is more centered around Layla's character and getting this book that she really needs. I think this book isn't as funny as the first book, but the connections that the characters have to each other still stand, and I really love seeing them interact with each other still, and you can see how deeply they care for one another, which is just so special, so sweet. The plot's really interesting as well. I like the heist that we're going on, and I like this icy setting that we're in. We're in Siberia. Super happy I picked this one up. I was really just looking for another book to read on my Kindle because I've been obsessed with reading on my Kindle, and it's not disappointing so far. So I'll let you guys know what my final thoughts are when I'm done. Sorry I didn't pick up Wings of Shadow. Also didn't address that at all. I don't even know why I said I was going to read that in the beginning of the vlog. I should always wait till I'm halfway through a book to update you guys what I'm reading, because otherwise it's not going to happen. Excuse the mess that is myself right now. I did finish my last read, which was The Silvered Serpents by Roshani Chokshi, and I am so excited to tell you guys I gave this 5 stars. I was looking like it was gonna be 4 stars for a long time, but I still thought I was going to enjoy it more than book 1, The Gilded Wolves. When I tell you the second half of this book was just an absolute whirlwind, it truly was. Got so nervous for these characters and was literally not gonna know what to do with myself if anything happened to them. I was on the edge of my seat, right? And I had so much anxiety for my characters that I was like, there's no way this isn't 5 stars, because if Roshani Chokshi can make me feel this deeply for her characters, what kind of books am I even gonna give 5 stars to, right? Like, if I don't give this 5 stars, what is a 5-star read? I truly have just fallen so deeply in love with this series, and it kind of makes me want to reread the first book again now that I have more context to these characters and more context to this world, to see if I would enjoy the first book even more upon reread. But I need to finish the series first, so I'm not gonna do that. I feel like some of my criticisms from the first book still stand. I feel like I could know a little bit more about the world, and I don't love how she describes setting, because sometimes things are a little bit hard for me to visualize, and we were in this super cool ice world. I just wanted a little bit more to be able to see what was going on, and she has beautiful flowery language when she's describing other things, so I'm like, can we get that for the setting, please? Those are like my only real criticisms of the series so far. Those are my thoughts on The Silvered Serpents. If you haven't started the Gilded Wolf series, go do it. I don't know how I let it sit on my TBR for so long, but I guess it just came at the right time for me. I needed to be back in my fantasy era, which I feel like I truly am now. And this is going to conclude the vlog, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Just to wrap up, we did read The Wedding Party, which was a 2-star. Do not recommend. And then we read The Silvered Serpents, which was a 5 stars. So we love the duality of man. We love getting a whole range of books and ratings. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you did like it, and subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye y'all.